So just a reminder from my neck of the woods, if you're having an intense time, there's a lot of intense energy I'm finding this last June. And however, because this is a video for online, if you find it now, there's probably a lot of intense energies that you're dealing with. Take a nice deep breath in. Imagine the sage is right in front of you. And out. Allow the smoke to penetrate your energy from the top of your head, surrounding your body, down to your feet. The angels and spirit guides and whoever you work with, cut all cords through all dimensions in time and space. Release any vows that might be holding you back or affecting the intense energy at this time. It's just a video to remind you that you're not alone, that other people are dealing with their stuff, for lack of a better term, and that doesn't discredit what you're going through at all. Just allow the universe, your guides, to guide. Sometimes the most uncomfortable feelings lead to the most beautiful moments. Allow nature to love you. Allow your animals to love you. Allow the sage to bathe you. Allow your guides to comfort you. Know that no matter what you think your outside circumstances are, everything is exactly as it needs to be. As we learn when to respond, when to be quiet, when to hold space and just open up our hearts, when verbal diarrhea is not important. Like Don Miguel says, he stopped using words because they were always misunderstood. People are going to hear what they want to hear. Sometimes it's not going to be your intention. Sometimes you're going to try to explain that intention and it's just not going to go through. Your job is to honor your soul. Say it once. Plant the seed. Sometimes you might piss somebody off. I ask the energies of earth, air, fire, water to please keep everyone listening to this video and everybody not listening to this video safe and free from harm. Please save us from ourselves. The voices in our minds remind us that the ones that are beating us down is just lies. Remind us that the interpretation that others get mixed up, that we also misinterpret some information that comes to us, and that's okay. It is exactly as it needs to be because we need to learn whatever it is we need to learn. Take a nice deep breath in and release. If you're confused about something, know that you're not supposed to have the answer yet. Sometimes just being quiet is exactly what you need. I'm going to grab 3 cards and keep this video simple. Just a reminder to use your tools that you have, whether it's your Vibes Up or aromatherapy or sage or time out or meditations or exercise. Whatever helps bring you love into your mind, allow that to happen. If you're guided, so the first card is workshops and seminars. Attending and giving speeches is a part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. And sometimes keep in mind teaching is simply just showing up in the moment. Well, for me, that's palliative. Sometimes nursing or healthcare can be extremely intimidating. Just show up. All you gotta do is show up. Just hold that space. You don't have to reply. You don't have to respond. You just have to smile. Just be there. Don't indulge in negative behaviors or gossip or all the darker energies that can transpire. You know, if it starts happening, ground yourself. Just imagine that your feet are rooted into earth. And just open your heart and ask Source, God, Universe, whoever you work with, to open your heart to allow healing in that moment. Don't take on or absorb those energies. Just let that heart open and encompass the whole area. Know that you are safe. There's been so much teachings in the last however long I've been doing this, long time, I guess. 10 years, 13 years, I don't know. Keeps adding up. It just starts to age you if you count the years. But if you focus on protecting and shielding and stuff like that, I'm not saying that it's not very good stuff. I'm saying if you focus on that, then you're always kind of encouraging yourself to say that you're not safe. And you're very safe. You need to know that people can't affect you unless you allow it to affect you. I'm not saying the energy still doesn't get in and you don't have to maintain it, but you have to understand that if you're tired, you know, sage or meditate. There's so many beautiful gifts out there that can help us get through stuff. Hell, if you're like me, I wear so many crystals in my bra just to help in whatever way it needs to help. I wear Young Living around my neck. I can't wear the actual oils at work because of the smells and stuff like that. But if I need it, I can open my little vial that everybody thinks is my grandma. You know, it is what it is. So be a part of that community. Find your community. Okay, card number 2. If you get nervous, focus on service. It just goes back to my last comment. Just show up. You know, sometimes the voices in our head say, we can't do it today. It's just awful. We just can't do it. You know what? And if you can't do it that day, then don't. You know, stay home, put your feet up, relax. You know, if wine's your thing, I find wine and booze and stuff are depressants. So that doesn't help it if you're sad, because it just kind of makes things worse. But sitting in areas like this, you know, literally just enjoying the moment. The birds singing. Sometimes whatever peace you're trying to achieve gets interrupted, you know. And if you start getting stressed out, just say, okay, how can I just be here in the moment, you know? Or just breathe, you know? take a stand for a minute. Like, stand up. If you're so confused on where you are, just stand up. Now take one step forward. Now another. And that's it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to talk. You don't have to teach or vent or anything. You don't have to do anything but just take that step. You know, you just show up. And sometimes all you got to do is breathe. You know, just breathe through the moment and it shall pass. Whatever moment that is, this too shall pass. Find the beauty in every moment, because I guarantee it's there. Even in the hour of death, it's such an honor for some people to be there at the end, just as it is to be there in the beginning. Death is a natural part of life and we can't avoid it. And you know what? We all go out. We can't take anything with us other than the spiritual lessons that we've learned. You know, whatever beliefs you believe at the end of life, doesn't matter who you are, you're still going out the same way. It's your lungs are going to stop, you're going to stop breathing, your heart stops. That's what I mean by the same way. You know, our process is always different, and allow everybody's process to be exactly what it needs to be, because we're not all the same people. Okay, our third card is Goddess. Express your divine feminine energy, embracing magical intuition and natural qualities. This card speaks of the need of sacred female energy, which brings gifts such as intuition, nurturing, and artistic expression. Perhaps you've been spending too much time thinking or engaging in creatively void work. If so, then this card is your signal to move your body and dance, and express your intuitive, artistic, and nurturing side. You're also guided to call on benevolent female deities for help in this situation. You can call upon Lakshmi, the beloved Hindu goddess who helps with abundance, Bridget, the Celtic goddess of healing and courage, Mother Mary, the saint who guides our children. And Mother Mary is also, for me, a very compassionate. She's got that mother TLC energy. If you just need that extra hug and compassion and support. Athena, the Grecian goddess of wisdom, the Egyptian goddess Isis, who helps women juggle home and family. And even just focusing on that nurturing energy. Like I said, whoever you work with, whatever beliefs you come from, or whoever you're comforted with. Mother Gaia, you know, just know that you are safe, and the better care you take care of yourself, the better care you can take care of everybody else. See if you can spend that time, you know, sitting with yourself and finding out why you're doing some of the things you're doing. Question everything, right? Be skeptical of everything. Don't take anything personal. And all that means is, you know, if you go to work and think somebody sucks, sit with that and say, why? Why am I angry with them? Why do I think they suck? What are they raising within me that I may be missing within myself? And sometimes it's jealousy and anger, and you know what? Underneath all of those negative behaviors is sadness. You know, what do you think that you don't have that you need? And you know what? Maybe the people in your life can't give that to you, but you can. You know, find ways to give that to you. Find ways to give that unconditional love to yourself. Whether it's hanging out with puppies, or going for a walk, or sitting on the beach, or, you know, whatever floats your boat. Warrior goddess Heather Ash says, do more. Actually, it's probably, they all say it, so it's not anybody in particular, but from the Gathering of the Shamans, do more of what you love. You know, what makes your heart happy? Do more of that. Yeah, you still have to, you know, be in life, and you still have to go to work and get a paycheck, whatever that work is to you, you know. Yes, you can love it, and sometimes you're going to hate it, and sometimes it'll challenge you, and sometimes it'll make you happy. You know? But do the things that make your soul happy in every moment that you can. And you know what? Every moment can be that beautiful because the peace is within you. It's not what you do or who you do. It's not where you live or how you live or where you travel. That peace is in you. That love is in you. That beauty is within you. It's nowhere else. We choose to hold it within our heart, within our being, within our everything. You know, we choose how to react. Even if you're on your way to the most magical retreat in the world, you know, you get stuck in security. How do you accept that? How do you take that? Do you argue? Do you say, oh, well, all right, here we go? You know, maybe you don't bend over. You know, when I went through security, they said, what do you want? She says, you've been randomly chosen. I said, awesome. And she goes, do you want this or that? I said, whatever. I said, whatever you want. And because it was that, she said, she just did my hands, and that was it. It was over. You know, I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. What fears are standing in your way because you think it's way worse? I guarantee it's not as bad as you think. You know, for example, commuting. My first commute was scary as hell. And of course, you know, first week we move out here, it's one of the biggest storms Regina's ever seen. Yeah, thank you very much. But you know what? It's never been bad like that again. So sometimes you face the biggest fear of your life, and all of a sudden, boom, that melts the fear away. You know, I'm not saying jump off a cliff, unless, of course, it's bungee jumping and that's what your thing is, but you know, what are you scared of? Walking in the dark? Going to work sometimes. Just showing up. Be the best that you can in every moment. Take your breaths. Take extra breaths when you need to. Make sure you're breathing. And be your most beautiful self. Because you're beautiful. You're so frickin' worthy. You're so loved. You're so loved. Take a nice deep breath in. Breathe in that sage. One more time in. And out. I'd like to thank you for sharing this moment with me. Hopefully it helped comfort your heart. May you find the miracles in every moment. May you know that you're completely loved, worthy of abundance, happiness, all the securities that you would love to give on to others. Know that you yourself are worthy of that. May your guides and angels, Archangel Michael just wants to pour some beautiful light over you. And in those moments where you feel you're not safe, embrace source energy and allow it to come through your crown and shine out your heart. Allow it to surround you. Just embrace that loving energy. Listen to the birds. Whatever birds you hear, you know, look them up. There's always a message. You're never alone. So much love from my home to yours. Blessed be. Namaste. Aho. And Despavo. Shine your light, because you're amazing.